Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we live in. Later tonight, the Heisman Trophy winner for this year will be announced. The four finalists are all quarterbacks, but USC quarterback Caleb Williams is highly expected to take home the trophy. So in this video, I'm going to take a look at the 10 best Heisman Trophy winners at the NFL level. There's been a lot of great players, many who have made the Hall of Fame. For this, I'm not going to include active players. So three come in mind: Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow. They either could be on this list or potentially will be on this list in future years. So I didn't forget them. I just haven't included active players, and someone like Devonta Smith, way too early to tell. But let's get into it, starting with who some people consider the best running back of all time, Barry Sanders. Sanders played 10 seasons in the NFL, rushing for at least 1,115 yards every season, 15,269 yards, and 99 rushing touchdowns for his career, averaged 5 yards per carry, was named the MVP and Offensive Player of the Year in 1997, the Offensive Player of the Year in 1994. Second, let's go with Roger Staubach. Staubach was the Super Bowl VI MVP as he won 2 Super Bowls with the Dallas Cowboys, had a second-place MVP finish and 2 fourth-place finishes. As a starting quarterback, had an incredible 85 and 29 record, all with Dallas. Third, Charles Woodson. Woodson played a total of 18 seasons in the NFL and intercepted 65 passes. He was a 9-time Pro Bowler, 3-time first-team All-Pro, won a Super Bowl with the Packers, and was the 2009 Defensive Player of the Year. Fourth, yes, we know what he did off the field. We're only looking at how he did on the field, though. That is O.J. Simpson. In 1973, Simpson ran for over 2,000 yards in just 14 games. The NFL regular season schedule was just 14 games at that time. In four times in a 5-season span, he led the league in rushing from 1972 to 1976. He was the 1973 MVP and also had MVP finishes of 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in his career. Fifth, let's go to another running back, that being Earl Campbell. Campbell started his career in incredible fashion as he led the NFL in rushing yards each of his first 3 seasons and totaled 45 rushing touchdowns over that time. I was the Offensive Player of the Year every one of those seasons from 1978 to 1980 and was the 1979 MVP. Sixth, another running back, we're going to go with Tony Dorsett. Dorsett did win a Super Bowl with the Cowboys in his career, rushing for a total of 12,739 yards. In 8 of his first 9 seasons, he ran for over 1,000 yards. He was the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 1977. Seventh, let's go with a wide receiver, Tim Brown. Tim Brown played 17 seasons, the first 16 with the Raiders, led the league in catches in 1997. Every year from 1993 to 2001, he had over 1,000 yards. He also caught 100 touchdown receptions. Eighth, Marcus Allen. Allen had a lengthy career spanning 16 seasons, led the league in rushing yards in 1985, twice led the league in rushing touchdowns, totaled 123 rushing touchdowns for his career. He also added an additional 21 touchdowns receiving. He was the 1985 MVP. Ninth, let's go way back to Paul Hornung. Hornung played from 1957 to 1966, not including 1963. In 1961, he was named the league's MVP, and the previous season finished as the runner-up. Hornung did win a Super Bowl and was a 4-time NFL champion in his career. 10th, I had a few guys I could have went with. I thought about Eddie George. I thought about Ricky Williams. I thought about Cam Newton. Instead, I went with Carson Palmer. Palmer was a 3-time Pro Bowler, went 92, 88, and 1 in his career as a starter. In 2015, he finished as the runner-up for MVP. Altogether in his career, he is 15th with 46,247 passing yards and 15th with 294 passing touchdowns. So there you have it. My 10 best players at the NFL level that have won the Heisman. As I mentioned, Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry. Still going. I expect at least one or two of them to be on in the future. I did mention Ricky Williams, Cam Newton, Eddie George. Other honorable mentions, you could probably mention George Rogers, Billy Sims, Jim Plunkett, who won 2 Super Bowls, just to name a few. So there you have it. Let me know in the comments if you agree, disagree. Do you think Barry is the best Heisman Trophy winner ever at the NFL level? Don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.